Hello, welcome back. This video is going to be about why and when I decided to quit dealing with women altogether. Because for probably the last 12 years of my dealing meth, I didn't deal with any women, any way, shape, or form. And the one day that made me choose to go that route, it started, a buddy of mine come over and he wanted to front 2 8 balls from me. And I knew this guy. His name is Randy. I've talked about him before. He's dead now. His heart exploded in his mom's backyard. But anyways, one day he calls me up. He wants to buy or sell. He wants 2 8 balls to sell. And this guy would always, I'd give him an 8 ball and he wouldn't come back for 5 days and he wouldn't answer his phone. And I couldn't get a hold of him. And if I didn't have that money, it would stop me dead in my tracks, so I never really fronted him anything. But and the reason he would never come back is because he would do it all up and he'd go home and sleep. This guy would sleep for 4 days straight, and it was a very unhealthy lifestyle. And you remember when I was talking about him? Yeah. So one day he wanted 2 8 balls, and I said, "Nah, why, you got them sold already?" He goes, "Yeah, I got them sold." I go, "Well, then just bring me with." All right. Well, they don't like meeting new people. Well, neither do I, but they're the ones who want the dope, so this is just the way it's got to be, So he goes, all right, so he was driving, we go over to this apartment building, and we go inside, and we walk in, and there's like 2 guys there, and there's 3 women. Now, these 3 women didn't look good. They looked like, to me, they looked like they shot their dope in the arm, and that's another thing I don't deal with. But so we start talking, and I'm listening to them guys talk, and these 3 women, all 3 of them had all their children taken away from them, and they chose dope over their children. And I left there, and I just had such a sick feeling because I got four children myself, and my wife, she was the best mother and wife you'd ever imagine, and I couldn't comprehend how women could give up their children. And then at the same time, I'm realizing how bad meth is, on families and on the community and on children. And I mean, just think of all them children out there that couldn't be with their mom anymore, and they chose not to be with them. It was a really an eye-opening kind of a day, and then when I got to thinking about it, and if one of them chose to try and get their kids back, that maybe they would get pinched, and the cops would tell them, "Hey, I know a way where you can get your children back," and federal can, if it's a federal indictment, the federal investigators can get their kids back no matter what's going on. They can make that promise and they can stick to it. And so from that point on, I didn't deal with any women, just because I didn't want any part of any mothers getting tore apart from their children, and myself having any part of it. So that was the reason why I didn't. From that point on, I never dealt with any women. I mean, rarely. There was a few, but of course they didn't have any children. But yeah, that's the way it was. And so all you mothers out there, if you got children, you love your children, don't do meth and don't get hooked on it. Don't give in to the temptation. Don't be talked into it, and you should be fine. But you, the viewer, let me know what you think. What do you think about the whole deal? Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you later.